new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back to the channel. If you hear noise in the background, that's my family. They ignore them. I have not talked to y'all in a while, as y'all can see, or y'all probably can't tell for real, but I have started my dreads. So we're just waiting on those to really lock up, but that's why my hair is like this. It's styled a little bit, but yeah, I'm about to do my hair, as y'all can see by the title, because I'm going to Texas for the step team that I coach for, which I told you guys I coach for a step team called Taken by Surprise. They have a national competition in Texas, which I'm going with them. So I'm gonna be putting this wig on my head. This curly wig I'm gonna be putting on my head. It's gonna be a mini tutorial to my hair. I'm gonna take this down, then I'm gonna let y'all see me braid my hair down. But first I'm gonna bleach the lace before so that can be sitting while I'm braiding my hair. And then yeah, so that's what we're gonna do first. Okay, so boom, I would recommend putting on gloves because the bleach can burn your skin. I promise it does, and it hurts. So put on gloves. You put your scoop of lightener in the little bowl. However many, I start off with one because you really don't need that much, but I did one and a half in this video. And then you're gonna put your developer in. I have 40 and I have 30. I use either or, it does not matter. That's up to you, but I used 40 in this video because there was only a little bit left in that bottle, so why not just go ahead and use what's left. So anyways, you're gonna mix those two together in the bowl until you get the consistency that you want. You don't want it too thick to where you can't spread it, and you don't want it too runny to where it's falling through the holes of the lace. So make sure you get it the right consistency. If it's too thin, add more lightener. If it's too thick, add more developer, and just mix till you get the consistency that you want. Yeah, I'm just over here mixing for days. Like I said, you don't want it too thick, too runny. This is the perfect consistency. So then you're going to fold your lace inside out so that you can apply the bleach to it. If you need to, you can clip the hair back so you're not putting bleach in the edges. I didn't feel like doing that because I was rushing, but you're just going to apply the bleach in the wig. You don't want to rub it into the lace. You just want to spread it on the lace so that way you're not bleaching the roots. And yeah, you're just going to spread it all over the lace. Spread it a little above the hairline, but you won't need much of that lace, so you don't have to cover the entire lace, just a little before it. That's my bestie that just walked in. Don't mind her. But yeah, you're just going to spread the lace all over. I mean, not the lace. Spread the bleach all over the lace like so. Okay, so now that you've done that, you're going to let that sit for a little. So while I was letting that sit, I went ahead and took my little style down, and then I braided my hair. If you have dreads that are longer and thicker than mine, I would recommend more than just 2 braids. I did 2 because I just started my locks, so they're small and they're not that long. So I know that my braids won't be too bumpy. If they are too lumpy, you want to do more. I'm not an expert in braiding locks because I just started my locks. I know that most people sew the end of their locks down between the braids. Whatever works for you to make sure that your wig isn't too lumpy. But again, I just started my locks. My hair is not that long, nor are my locks that thick, so I just did 2 braids. If you don't have locks, you would just do your regular braid down. For me, the smaller the better because my head is really big, as you can see. So I use maybe 6 to 10 braids just to make sure it's really flat, but that's up to you because trust me, I know braiding is not fun and neither is taking them out. So that is up to you. Braid however you like. If you're doing a middle part, you probably want to part in the middle and then braid down. Other than that, I don't really think it matters. But braid however you braid. Do whatever works for you. I finished this braid and I'm going to braid the other side. Once I'm done braiding both sides, I'm going to pin the ends into the other braid. That way they're not hanging out of the cap. You don't have to do that. You can just tuck it under the cap. That's up to you. But that's just what I like to do. Also, you can brush up the back of your hair so your beauty beads ain't sticking out the back of your wig. But anyways, to lay your edges down, I just go in with the yellow got to be spray. Spray it on my edges, brush it up with either an edge brush or my hand, and just blow dry it on cool. You do not have to use heat because it's a free spray. It doesn't take heat to dry, and it also dries pretty fast. So I just go in the blow dryer and blow dry that until it's dry, and I'll do the entire perimeter of my head. Well, not the entire, do all of my edges. And yeah. that's what I'm doing here. Don't mind the spray dripping down my head. But yeah, you're just gonna do that all around. Then I rinsed my lace once I finished braiding. So once I rinsed that, I didn't wet the whole wig, so I don't have to blow dry the wig. Also, it's curly, so I'm gonna put water anyways. That's why I didn't blow dry the entire wig. But you want to go in and blow dry the lace so that way it's not wet when you're laying it on your head. Sometimes the cap gets wet as well, as you can see, so I blow dry that. Next, you're gonna put your wig cap on your head. If you don't use makeup, try to find the cap as close to your skin tone as possible. But I use makeup, so I really don't care about the color, which is why I'm using a white one, because the makeup's gonna change the color anyways. Then you're gonna cut holes out for your ears. Do that on both sides. Then you're gonna go in with your black Got2b. This is what I use, and I put it on my hairline. So put a thin layer of that on my hairline. You do not have to use a thick amount because I also go in with the yellow Got2b spray on top of it, so you really don't need much. I do this to help the wig cap melt better, so you want that as flat as possible when you put the wig on, so that's why I do that. Again, like I said, going with the yellow Got2b spray and just spray that all around. Some people use the wig glue, some people just use the Got2b. It's up to you. I just learned how to do this because I took a lace class. I'm not gonna show y'all me actually customizing, but that's before and this is after. Please get into the plucking, man. Get into the plucking. Like, look at that hairline. But if y'all want a detailed video of me customizing the wig, then let me know in the comments and I will do that for y'all. But I was trying to make this video quick. So next, you're gonna cut the cap once it's dried into 4, because that makes it easier for me to cut the cap off. Then go with the razor and cut off the excess cap, as you see. Then you're gonna go in with the Got2b spray. I sprayed on my finger and then rub it on the edge of the cap. That way it's flat, because when you cut it, sometimes it tends to roll up. So I do that to make sure it's laying flat. Use the razor or whatever to hold it down and then just blow dry it again on cool. And yeah. Next, once you've done that, you're gonna go in and get your makeup. I use cream foundation. You can use whatever makeup you want. I used to use liquid foundation. I'm sure some people use powder. Whatever you choose to do, just put it around the edge. You really don't have to cover the cap. Most people just do. I would if you plan on changing your styles, but if not, I would just do the edge and then whatever part you have, which is why I did the middle, because I thought I was doing the middle part, but I ended up changing my mind. But anyways, once you do that, you want to wipe the excess off. You want the skin to be as clear as possible and clean as possible for when you put down the glue, so the glue can stick. So you want to go in and wipe that off. You don't have to be that gentle because the cap should be down. If not, but you want to wipe that off. Once you're done, I tie the cap so that way it's not hanging, and then tuck it up under, as you can see I did in the video. And then I'm gonna put the same makeup on the wig. The wig, I would cover the whole thing just to be sure. You never know, you might want to change it. You definitely want to make sure you have the perimeter where the edges are. You want to make sure that's covered in makeup. Go a little bit above the hairline, because again, you won't cut off all of it every single time. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. It depends on the wig, how the wig fits. So go a little bit above the hairline and then just blow dry it. You don't have to blow dry it for long because it's not like the lace is just wet, but I still blow dry it just to set the makeup in the wig. Then you want to put the wig on your head, see where it's going to be placed. This is so that you can cut the extra lace off the side. I didn't have much extra lace. The wig actually fit pretty good, so I didn't end up having to cut that much off. So I didn't cut it off in this video, but I'm still placing it just to make sure it's sitting on my head the way it's supposed to before I go in and glue it and all that stuff. But yeah. Okay, so then you're gonna fold the lace back and go in with your glue. I do 3 layers. It depends on the hold of your glue and how long you want your wig to last. I use bold hold, so I use 3 layers. Sometimes I use like 1 thick layer if I don't want it to stay on that long, or if I'm rushing, but again, I would recommend 3 layers. Before applying the next layer, you want to make sure it's spread it out really evenly and thin, and you want to let it get clear before you add the next layer. So let it dry a little. Don't let it dry all the way, but let it dry a little, and then add your next layer. It should look like this. And then yeah, you can add your next layer. Once you've done that, I wipe off if there's any extra glue, because you don't want extra of the lace glued to your skin that you don't need. So that's why I go in and wipe that, and then pull the lace down, comb it firm, not really hard, but press down so that way you're setting the lace into the glue. I combed a little hard, that's why that white piece was there, but you want to do that all around your edges. You see I'm just teasing it. I'm not actually like combing all the way through the hair. I'm just going at the root to help it set. After you do that, you want to go in with your Got2b. I've learned that this helps with the melt. So spray that around your edges. Don't spray it all in the hair, just on the edges where the glue is. And then after you've done that, you want to blow dry it just a little also to help it set, help it melt. And then go in with your wig band and tie it down. You can let it sit however you want, however long you want. That's up to you. I let it sit for, try to as long as possible to make sure that it's set. I went and took a whole shower while it was setting. And yeah. So like I said, I took a shower, that's why I have on different clothes, so don't mind that. But y'all, I put this in slow-mo so y'all can get into the lace. Like, please, tell them stop playing with me. Like, get into the lace before I even cut the lace. Like, look at the melt. Ugh, beautiful. But anyways, yeah, so you're going to cut the lace into 4 pieces like I'm doing here. I start in the middle, then I cut the sides. This makes it easier to cut the extra lace off, for me at least. You don't have to. That's up to you. Everybody do what they do. That's fine. But I cut mine in 4 because that helps me cut the lace. You want to get as close to the hairline as possible. And you're basically doing the same thing you did with the wig cap. So you're going to take the razor and go as close to the hairline as possible and just cut the extra lace off like I'm doing here. And yeah, I had a middle part because I thought I was doing the middle part like I said, but I didn't. I changed my mind because I'm very indecisive. But you're just going to do that all around the edge. This is the first side that I did. There's going to be a little bit of lace left unless you just go at the wigs and you know what you're doing. But I leave a little bit of lace on the bottom part where the edges by the ears are going to be, because once you comb that hair down, it's going to be covered. But y'all, get into it. Like, tell them to stop playing with me. Anyway. So, like I said, I didn't know how I was going to style my hair, but I knew I wanted the bangs, so that's why that's the first thing I pulled out. Then I pull my edges out, pull a thin layer, unless you like really thick, dramatic edges. I don't. That's why mine aren't that thick. But you're going to pull those down, spray a little bit more Got2b on the lace, again, because you want it to melt, guys. Then you put the wig band back on, tie it around, and yeah. This is where you will style your hair how you want to. I did not record myself styling the hair because I was trying to make the video not too long. But if you guys want a video of me styling hair, styling this wig or any wig, just let me know and I will. But here you just cut the edges slant. You just cut them at a slanted angle. I like to cut mine a little long just in case, because if you cut them too short, then you have weird looking edges. So I cut mine long a little just in case. Worst case scenario, you just cut them if they're too long, which is I ended up doing. But I'm just going with the black Got2b gel and putting it on the root. You don't have to put it on the whole edge, because once you comb them in place, the gel will go through. So you do not have to cover the entire edge. But yeah, I'm just styling my edges how I like them. And yeah. And then boom. And that's it, guys. I'm probably going to wet it later, but I'm about to go to practice. So there's no point in wetting it because I don't got to look cute for practice. Just practice. But yeah.